after over Shabbos, by the way.
First and foremost, I definitely appreciate the significant donation to my stream here, and I appreciate that, Peter. The events and the drama that unfolded last week involved two people who are running on fumes, killing themselves, working 18 to 20 hours a day, if not more, to try and present coverage to tens of thousands, if hundreds of thousands, if not millions of
I'm going
people.
Millions.
Yeah, not millions of people who were starved for as much coverage as they can get on this trial. And there's nobody who worked harder on presenting that than Alita or DUI guy. They both were killing themselves running nonstop. Okay, I have to also understand that in that relationships, as far as how well we know each other in this community that the public at large likes to refer to as LawTube, it varies very significantly as far as how well one of us will know another one of us. I literally had never spoken to Mike in my life outside what you've seen here on these streams.
Yep.
And I happen to get along with him. I like him, and I have deep respect for what I've seen and heard from him, and I feel as if it's mutual. But like the nature of the relationships really change, but I don't know him on a personal level. I don't know what type of person he is, what type of whatever he is, and I'm sitting here talking to tens of thousands of people, if I'm a leader, I'm talking to tens of thousands of people, and I'm trying to make sure I'm producing a show. I mean, she has help with having a producer there, but I'm largely responsible for the production of this show, bringing people in and out, running on no sleep at all, working 7 days a week, and just killing myself trying to make sure I'm keeping people happy. And I recognize, same thing for DUI guy. He's also killing himself trying to make sure that people are going to be getting the information source out there. And I think that, is it possible that one or both made mistakes along the way? Yeah, it's definitely possible. But at this point in time, both of them, professionals, have sorted it out, worked out their differences, and agreed to forgive and forget and move on. And honestly, I believe in freedom of speech. People can say in my chat whatever the hell they want to say. And I'm not going, as long as they're not being racist, not spamming, or not.
But especially if they're for $100, they could go way up that curve.
Yeah, sure.
and not affect in terms of and not violent in terms of service. You can say whatever the hell you want. You can hate on me. You can hate on my guests. You can express love. I don't care. I really don't care. I'm going to tell you right now that I have deep respect for everyone involved here. And I have a very deep relationship with Alita, who I think is the consummate professional and has killed herself, and that the public at large owes her gratitude for the amount of effort she brought to this.
I'm not going to say anybody owes me anything.
No, she won't say it, but I will. And I'll tell you something else. The public owes a debt of gratitude to Larry as well. I'm saying is that both of them have really killed themselves. And was it partially that they're looking to see the growth of their channel and for the financial interest? Of course, no one's hiding the ball on that. But at the same time, as far as delivering a product that the public at large really wanted, both of them have really worked hard on it. But the bottom line is this: I don't give a damn what people want as far as who I'm going to be friends with, who I'm going to relate to. And I look forward to having Alita here many times in the future. I look forward to having DUI guy here many times in the future. But the key is this: the two of them have sorted it out and agreed to move past it. And the public at large, or different people who are really bothered things that this one's wrong or that one's wrong, you need to get over it. At a certain point, this molehill can't stop looking like a mountain to people, or people start having demands as far as how everyone should go. Both of them are really great people. And everyone needs to just let it go and move on and just say, you know what? I really appreciate how you guys have been killing yourselves. And frankly, that as far as to whatever love and respect you can give both of them, I think is appropriate. So, and if you don't like my take on it, that's okay. I really don't care.
Joe, Joe, from the LawTube point of view, from the lawyer explainer point of view, one of my recurrent themes, it has been for years on all social media. It's fun to play armchair quarterback, watching a trial, watching how lawyers are handling something, unless you have the red welt, unless you actually have the case file and know exactly what's going on, what the client's interests are, what the adversary is really saying to the two sides, what the two sides are saying to each other off the record. You don't really know. And in an open trial, we can talk about technique, and that's one of the fun things about LawTube is, although you don't really know still, but you can see technique in action, and you can see whether people have mastered their craft. But in a situation like this one, where people think they know what a DUI guy's position is, and they think they know what a leader's position is, you don't know what kind of conversations have taken place over the weekend.
Yeah.
You don't know whether or not people have agreed and what they've agreed and what they've decided not to get involved with anymore. And I do think it should be appreciated that, and I don't want to say we, because I haven't really been involved in this or any e-drama that I'm aware of in the recent past, but it is appreciated when people like they have affection for the personalities and want to see them taken care of and vindicated and treated properly. I don't think there's no resentment over people saying, hey, come on, I want to see an apology. You can assume, though, as Joe pointed out, we're on it. They're on it. Joe, in particular, has really made himself available to the people involved in this particular situation. Why? Because he doesn't have a life. So don't undermine that. Joe's made a big investment in this, and I can trust you. Trust me. He really, the people here care. We are real people, and again, not trying to dunk on that last super chat. I'm sure it was well intentioned, but everyone that I know of and that I know is moving on, and let's not be like what YouTube commenters are famous for and just looking to stir the pot. It's not necessary here. Everyone here is a pro.
Well, and I'll just since it is directed at me, I will just say one or two things. So yeah, exactly what you guys have said. I've apologized for my part to DUI guy. I've also had conversations with James. I've apologized to him. And it is one of those things that when you are running on fumes, misunderstandings can happen sometimes, especially when we're all rushing to the next station. I mean, no one was getting sleep during that time, doing 12-hour streams and then doing recaps. For him, being there early in the morning or late at night to get in the door, to be in court all day,
staying up through the nights.
Yeah, exactly. It's like whether you're doing these daily live streams or actually going in court, like everyone is exhausted across the board.
Yep.
And having your face on camera all day, like trying to have your brain is on, whether you're on camera on a live stream or in the courtroom, trying to take in as much information as you can so that you can give that information to people outside of the courtroom through your own live stream or through like showing up on other people's channels. Absolutely. Like those things can happen. And it's an unfortunate series of events that happened. I know that there were other things that happened with like the LawTube top 20 list or LawTube top 100 list. I have no idea what any of that was. I was only just finding out about stuff like that going on today. I knew that there was an original list that I showed up on. And after that, I get so many Twitter notifications that I didn't realize that there was a swapping. I didn't realize any of that stuff. So there's a lot that has happened that I am still getting caught up on. And one of my greatest regrets was trying to get ahead of things too quickly before realizing that I didn't actually have all information. And those are the kinds of things that I absolutely regret. And I know that people are going to leave. People are going to say that's it. So, like you're done with, and that's fine. People can leave. People can go elsewhere if that was such a huge mistake of mine. But I will say, as far as me and the other guys that have been involved in this are concerned, I think we're all kind of done talking about it. I would rather talk about the case itself. And I would much rather talk about the, what's going to happen next. As far as this is concerned.
This will blow over.
Every single one of these is going to have, oh my goodness. Every single one of these is going to be something interesting. Somebody's got something interesting to say or to add. Let's see if we can get somebody from the LawTube community in the chat, or not in the chat, excuse me. what am I saying? Okay. You do realize that my reaction was not intentional. Yeah. Wait a minute. So it's interesting. One of the LawTubers stated, I'm not going to say who it was, said that they don't want to have us on stream today because of our natural reactions. Okay, all right. There you go. LawTube drama. I don't know. Whatever. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
Objection, relevance.